It's prop firm review time again. It feels like a while since we've actually done one of these, but today we're going to be reviewing FunderPro. Now they have been on our radar for a little while. You guys have been asking for them for a little while, and that's exactly what we're doing. Today we're bringing you FunderPro. Now these guys are fairly new in the prop firm world, but are they worth your money in 2025? That's exactly what we're going to delve into right now. I'm going to break down everything you need to know, the good, the bad, anything new or unique that they might offer, so that at the end of this video, you can then decide, is this the prop firm for you in 2025 or maybe not? Now, as always, guys, this is a completely unbiased review. It's based on thorough research we've done. It's based on our customer feedback, and it's also based on my own personal experience. I am now actually going to be buying the smallest account size for every prop firm I am reviewing, so that I can just get in there myself, have a look at everything in terms of what there is in the back end, because this is something you guys have been asking for a lot. So I will be doing that from this point on, every prop firm I review. Now, why is it we review all these prop firms? Well, here at Blue Edge Financial, as you may well know, we have an incredible prop farming blueprint and an incredible EA that gets our community funded. In fact, we have now actually got over 1,000 of our members funded with this product. It is because of that we have a lot of data. We see a lot of prop firms coming through the loop. We get a lot of requests about prop firms, and we ourselves are always looking at suggesting new prop firms to our clients to be used with our product. And because of that, like I said, we have a lot of data. So with that being said, let's dive in. Now we're going to be looking at the same 4 things we do for every prop firm review. And firstly, we're going to be looking at the challenges, the rules, and the regulations. Secondly, we're going to look at the company overview. Third, we're going to be looking at the actual trading conditions. And then finally, we're going to be looking at, is there anything unique or something special that these guys do that others maybe do not? So with that being said, let's dive straight in. First off, we're going to look at the challenges and the rules and regulations. Let's first see what they actually offer. They offer a fast track, a single phase, a regular, which is a 2-phase, which is what we are going to be looking at, and then a swing, which is also a 2-phase. So the fast track is, like I said, it's a single phase. For the 100K, you're looking at $549, which is the same as the regular 2-phase, but your profit target is way higher, 14% for your profit target, which is very high. Max daily drawdown is 4%, which is quite low. And then your max overall drawdown is 7%, which again is quite low. And then challenge duration is unlimited. And we've got max loss, there's no limit. Challenge leverage is 1 to 50. They do have consistency rule. I'm going to be talking more about the consistency rule, and you cannot trade over the weekends and you cannot trade news. Okay, so I'm not going to go into any more. If you want to have a look at this, come in and look yourself. Then the swing, which is obviously longer term trading. Again, 100K is a little bit more expensive at $599, and your profit target is 10% for phase 1, 8% for phase 2. So it's a little bit higher as well for the second phase. Max daily drawdown is 5%, which is what you'd expect. Max overall drawdown is 10%. Challenge duration obviously is unlimited. They do have a max lots on this one. It's 10 lots. Challenge leverage up to 1 to 30, and that's for the Forex leverage is 1 to 30. Now the consistency rule does apply here as well. You can hold over the weekend and through news, but you cannot trade news. Now what that does mean is within 2 minutes of news and 2 minutes after news, you cannot be actually placing a trade. So that's with the news trading. But if you're already in a position, you can hold it. Okay, we're really here to look at the regular, the 2-phase, which is kind of the most popular. Now for 100K, you're looking at $549, which I would say is a little bit on the high side. It's kind of more towards like the FTMO. Profit target is 10%. Again, more on the higher side. Even more so is the phase 2, 8%. Now we're accustomed to seeing 5% and 4%, so a little bit higher. Is that a bad thing? You know, they're making it a little bit more difficult, so maybe it's going to be harder for people to pass, which ultimately is a good thing, because we've talked about the business model. The more people that are failing, the more revenue these guys are generating for the people that do actually make money. So not entirely a bad thing, but you know, it is, I see some people looking at that as a bad thing, but you got to see both sides. So target profit, like I said, is 10% for phase 1 and 8% for phase 2. Max daily drawdown is 5%. Your max overall drawdown is 10%. Now your challenge duration again is unlimited. There's no limit on your lots. Challenge leverage is up to 1 to 100, and that's for Forex, which is kind of what we want to see. Consistency rule does apply. So let me just quickly explain the consistency rules. The earning of your best trading day should not exceed 45% of your total profits. Only applies to the challenge account, not to the funded account. Although FunderPro does not have a minimum trading days requirement, in order to satisfy the consistency rule, you would have to trade at least 3 days. And the reason being is because if you were to pass this in 2 days, you would be trading essentially 50%, 50%, or 5%, 5% to make the 5K and the 5K. Now, both of those days are more than 45% of your total, right? So you would have to be splitting that into, I'd say, 4,000, 4,000, and maybe 2,000 is the only way you'd be able to basically pass while still sticking to the consistency rules. So even though there is what they say There is no minimum trading days. Essentially, there is. It's 3 days. You cannot pass quicker than 3 days with their consistency rule, right? But the consistency rule does not apply in their funded accounts, which is good to see because I'm doing an E8 at the moment and I'm constantly having to make sure I'm within that consistency rule, which is annoying, to be honest. So that's cool to see that that is like that. Okay, so what else have we got? As you can see, I'm in the account right now. My account balance is now 499. I bought the 5K account, and this is just for testing. Now I am on C Trader. We're going to look at that more when we actually look at the challenge, the actual trading conditions. We're going to be looking more into that. Now the other one they do offer is Trade Locker. So it's Trade Locker and C Trader. Those are the only two options that they offer. So that being said, they do allow traders from the States, and that's why they've got those. Normally you'd have international traders trading C Trader, because I don't think international traders can trade C Trader. I don't think US traders can trade C Trader. I think for the US and Canada, you are essentially only allowed to trade lock. I think so, but you'd have to just confirm that. But I think that's the way it goes. The reason I've come onto here is number one, to say that I have taken a challenge. I have already been taking a few trades. You can see today's P&L was negative 89 cents. I'm actually just placing 0.01 lot sizes. I'm just playing around to see the conditions. But one thing I do want to talk about is something they have, which is pretty cool over here. You have all sorts of things here, the tools I was talking about. I don't know if this is more towards the company. I think this is maybe something we'll have to look at with the company, but you've got all these tools where you can actually see different markets, whether they're bullish or bearish. You've got also a fantastic economic calendar, which is there for you. And you've got this trade validation. So maybe if you are thinking of taking a certain trade, they've got all these different pairs with sort of setups that you can have a look at to see, is this something that is kind of what you'd be looking at as well. So maybe you can use this as a confluence with your own trading strategy. Very, very cool. Platforms, like I said, you have everything here. You can download it. You can use the web trader, which is what I'm using. I just use the web trader because I find that easier. That's it. That's what I wanted to show you. In terms of the challenges, the rules and the regulations, I would say it's kind of what you would expect to see. It's kind of similar to, like I said, FTMO. It is a little bit on the high side. The 550 is a little bit on the high side for me. And also the profit targets are a little bit high. You know, your phase 1, phase 2 is high, but it's not necessarily something I can mark them down for, because like I said, that could be a good thing because you have more traders failing. It's a little bit harder. So that means that if you do pass and you are actually asking for payouts, they're going to have the cash there to make the payouts with. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but at the same time, I can't really mark them up either. The other thing is the not being able to hold over the weekend or news. That's a tough one because it's challenge and it's also the funded account. So even when you get to the funded account, it's something you're gonna have to keep an eye on. Now, if you are using our EA, this is something that it does for you, which is fantastic. So you wouldn't even have to worry. But overall, I'm gonna give these guys a 7.5 for their challenge, their rules, and the regulation. So with that being said, let's quickly go over and have a look at the company as a whole. So FunderPro was originally established in February 2023, and it is based in Malta, and they are led by the CEO, whose name is Gary Mullen. So although they are relatively new, I think they are actually performing very well. They seem to have very good reviews. So that's what we're going to look at now. If you look at their Trustpilot review, they are on a 4.3. They've got 590 total reviews. Now, their 1 star is a little bit on the high side, and I just want to have a look at what kind of things people are kind of moaning about, right? You have people kind of calling them out to be scammers. I haven't seen that. There is something I will show you when we're talking about the trade conditions that could be slippage. So maybe something we do need to look at. Support doesn't respond. So from my point of view, I actually did contact the support. They got back to me very quickly, maybe because I'm a potential client, someone that was asking questions about the product so that I could buy. Maybe they respond to you quicker if they know you're going to buy. I don't know, but I'm not going to, read too much into it. I'm going to base this on my own experience. Their support has been very good. But one thing I can say is every single review, good or bad, these guys are actually commenting back, right? So they're giving them a full explanation. They are apologizing. They're apologetic. They are going through whatever it is that happened. This guy says, worst ever. Why are your withdrawals not going? So I'm not sure what they say. Why are your withdrawals not going through? It's been almost a month now. I placed a withdrawal order and I haven't received my money yet. Sorry to have the experience of bringing this to our attention. After reviewing your system, we found that no pending payouts associated with your account. Just further. So they're saying on their side, there was actually no pending payouts. So, maybe this is a one-off. These sort of things do make people very mad. Anyone that's been in a business that is on Trustpilot knows that sometimes people can very quickly give you a 1-star review because they are frustrated or something happens and it's maybe isolated, but they're very quickly to kind of put on the 1 star. Now, normally this can be resolved, and if they sort it out, they can ask them to take their 1 star off, and they still haven't. So these are fairly new though. Jan 2025. This is Jan 8, 2025. So all of these 1 stars are fairly new, which is not great. We don't really want to see them very new. But that being said, guys, I think we're seeing this across the board. I don't think this is isolated with FunderPro. I think all of the prop firms are getting a lot stricter. They are looking at being stricter with their rules. They are kind of enforcing their rules a lot more. I'm about to do an interview with E8, so that's something that is coming up. And E8, you know, I've loved E8, but they are getting stricter too. So it's something we are seeing a lot of, and you know, it makes stress people out. But something worth looking at. Overall, it's not a bad review. It's not a bad score. 4.3. They still are up there with the excellent in terms of reviews, verified company. So not too bad all in all. So overall, I think for their company overview and everything that I've seen with the company, I'm going to be giving them a 7 out of 10. Okay, next up, we're going to be talking about trading conditions. Now, first off, you can actually go to their website under resources and look at spreads, and they give you all the information on the normal instruments and pro instruments. So the pro, I think the account I am is pro. And from what I have seen, the spreads seem to be very similar to this. So if you're looking at pro or the majors, this is kind of what I have been seeing. But like I said to you guys, I've actually placed a few trades, and I'm going to show you, this is the C trader. This is the actual account that we are looking at. Like I said to you, we can actually have a quick look at the trade validation. Let's look at Euro USD. We've got a buy limit over here. So let's see what that looks like. This is on the 4 hour coming down, and then we would be buying. Okay, so let's just take a trade based on that. Okay, so we go to the 4 hour. I'm not suggesting you do this, but it is something that we can do. Go over here. I'm on a 0.01. We're going to take a buy right over here. We're going to type 0.01 buy. We're in the position. So what you can do here, your stop loss, very easy to just pull that down, put that under there, and then we are going to be looking at maybe a smaller take profit. So this just is quickly show you guys the ask and buy. Now over here, you can actually see it gives you all the information. The current commission per lot is $3.50. You guys can see it right over here. So what I want to quickly look at is if we go all the way to the 1 minute, you can see the difference between the buy and the bid and the ask. So in terms of spread, that's not bad at all. It's a pretty good spread there. And to me, it is matching what they're saying. Now go to the 5 minute. There was this big gap over there, but this could have been, you know, because coming in over the weekend, you normally can expect a big gap like that with the weekend. So that is exactly what that is. I think this is a gap that's come in from the weekend because today is Monday. So slippage, I can't say I've seen anything yet. I'm going to leave this trade to just kind of do its thing. I'll keep monitoring it. But as you guys can see, in terms of your bid and ask, not bad at all. Your spread looks pretty good. I haven't seen any slippage. I will keep on trading this, and I will report back. The next time I do any review video, I will actually be talking about this and say like, this is something I did notice, or it's something that was not a problem at all. From what I've seen, I haven't seen any issues with the spread yet. Based on that, from my point of view, the trading conditions are pretty good. The commission is not too bad at $3.50. It's kind of, I would say, a little bit lower than what you see on other prop firms. So overall, I'm pretty happy with the conditions. For me, I'm happy to give the conditions from what I've seen 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Let's go with an 8 out of 10 for now because I haven't had any issues. Now I am using C Trader. I don't know if it is going to be the same. Imagine it's the same with the Trade Locker, but I can only go on what I'm using. I'm using C Trader, and for me at the moment, you know, it's pretty good. I have no issues at all. So I'm going to leave this trade on. Worst case scenario, what are we losing? We're losing $7. Like I said, it's not about that. To me, I'm just basically just testing stuff, and I also want to test the list they give you. So there might be some pretty cool options there. So I'm going to play around with those and see if those are actually worth taking a trade. Anyway, so that's the trade conditions. Now, if we are going to go back and look at some special features or anything unique these guys offer, one of the things I do want to talk about is the dashboard. The dashboard is very cool, and the features they have, like exactly what I was showing you, they have all these features. They have the calendar within that. They have a lot available for the trader. So for me, that is unique. I definitely like that. Another one is this one right over here. So how it works, fast payouts. So this is very cool, guys. You can essentially get payouts literally every day if you want. You can get multiple payouts per day if you wanted that, right? So, and this is the other cool things, guys, that is very important. So once you actually go to a funded account, listen to this. This is how they deal with the real capital funding. So once you get funded with FunderPro, your account is connected to an STP ECN broker, which sends all your trades to market. We don't filter your trades. We don't copy your trades and cash in on your strategy while paying you fake profits. All funded trades are real, all profits are real, and all payouts are real. So this is actually massive, guys, because then these guys are essentially saying that your wins and your losses are real. So when you're profiting, that is real. So that is awesome. And one of the things they do give you guys here is traders love our daily payout. So this is making maybe the reason they can give you daily payouts because it's actual real funds. You're actually making money. They are sending your trades to a live account. So fast prop firm payouts are important to traders. FunderPro offers uncapped daily payouts and users are loving it. Check out the latest Trustpilot reviews. So these are just reviews talking about the fast payouts, but essentially you could get a payout every single day. If you get a profit today, you can request that payout. The second you get it, you start trading, you get a profit, you can take it. I think the limit is higher than $50. As long as your profit is over $50, you can request your payouts. So the profit splits are essentially also, they say we earn when you earn. So that's what makes this different to a lot of the other prop firms. So this is actually for me, the major part is it's coupled with the fact that, you know, they're saying that the profit split is real, which has always been my biggest problem with other prop firms. And if this is the case, this is massive. And this could be a massive game changer for a prop firm like this. So definitely something that I am very excited about. And also the fact that you can get paid literally every day if you're making the funds. FunderPro trusts its traders. It's why we give the real funds so you can get paid every day. That for me is possibly one of the most unique things I've seen in a long time when it comes to prop firms. So one thing I want to just have a look at if we now go back. So here you see it again, guys, daily payout, and it's 80%. I forgot to mention that when we talked about it, 80% profit split. So this means when you are actually making profits, they are actually making 20% of what you're making. If that is true, is massive, because that means they are actually making money when you make money, and they are not going to put you down for making money, because a lot of the other companies, a lot of the other firms essentially are going to be coming down a lot harder on the people that are making more money, because they are getting tired of paying them out, because their payouts are essentially coming from their capital that they make from people buying into challenges and failing. Whereas these guys, the capital supposedly is coming from the money that you are actually making as a trader, which is massive. And for me, that makes it a 9 out of 10 for unique perks. Have you guys been trading with FunderPro? What is your experience? How's it going? Are you having any issues when it comes to payouts? Because you shouldn't be, unless you've blatantly broken one of their rules or regulations. So I love it. I think it's amazing. And it's definitely one that I'm excited about. It's one that we are testing further in our community, and one that we are possibly very close to actually making as one of the main suggestions. So we're going to see how that goes. But that's it from me, guys. That's FunderPro. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys are interested in our EA and our prop farming blueprint, the one that has got 1,000 of our members funded, make sure you go to www.propfarming.com. There's an incredible demo there that you can watch, and all the information is there. So please go check it out, because I promise you, you will not regret it having a look at that demo, because it is incredible. Our product is amazing. And we also have another feature that we've brought in fairly recently, which is a hedge bot, which essentially means you will not lose money even if you fail challenges. I know, mind blowing. If you want to find out more, go to www.propfarming.com. That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. Like always, make sure you put your comments down below. What do you guys think? Like the video if you liked it, and please subscribe if you haven't for more content like this. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.